USS Erben, a Fletcher-class destroyer, was a ship of the United States Navy named for Rear Admiral Henry Erben. Erben was launched the 21st of March 1943 by Bath Iron Works Corp., Bath, Maine, sponsored by Mrs. C.B. G. Gaillard, daughter of Rear Admiral Erben, and commissioned the 28th of May 1943. Commander J.H. Nevins, Jr. in command. Service history: United States Navy, World War II. Arriving at Pearl Harbor the 2nd of October 1943 from Boston, Erben joined the 5th Fleet and trained in the Hawaiian Islands. On the 1st of November, she rescued a downed aviator during exercises with an aircraft carrier. She sailed from Pearl Harbor the 8th of November, rendezvoused with a carrier task group on the 15th of November, and screened it during pre-invasion air attacks on the Gilbert Islands, several times rescuing aviators whose planes had crashed or run out of fuel. As the invasion waves of Marines were landed on Tarawa on the 20th of November, Erben continued to screen the carriers launching supporting strikes, providing protection with her anti-aircraft fire when 13 Japanese torpedo planes attacked late in the afternoon. She again effectively fired against Japanese planes that attacked the task group as it retired from strikes in the Marshall Islands on the 4th of December. Erben replenished at Pearl Harbor, and put to sea the 21st of December 1943 for Funafuti to exercise with the support group organized for the invasion of the Marshalls. She sailed the 23rd of January 1944, and on the 29th of January saw action in the bombardment of Tarawa and Wathia. The next day she hunted Japanese shipping off Maloelap, firing on a beached fishing ship, and on the 31st, as the assault landings took place, gave fire support to the troops ashore. 5 times, she appeared off Tarawa for night bombardment and harassing fire, and from the 2nd of February operated out of Majuro in patrol in the Marshalls. The destroyer returned to Guadalcanal the 17th of March 1944, and after escorting troop transports to Cape Torokina, prepared at Milne Bay for the Hollandia operation, during which she screened carriers giving air support to the landings at Itape and Hollandia through April. Through much of May, she trained in the New Hebrides and Russell Islands, and on the 8th of June arrived at Kwajalein to stage for the Marianas operation. From the 12th of June, when she sortied with the carriers, until the 4th of August, when she returned to any wet dock, she was almost constantly at sea to screen the carriers as they launched pre-invasion airstrikes, covered the landings, won a most significant victory in the Battle of the Philippine Sea, and furnished anti-submarine and air protection to assault shipping. From any wet dock, Erben returned to a month of brief overhaul and training in the Hawaiian Islands, then put out for Manus Island, from which she sailed the 14th of October 1944 to escort transports to the Leyte landings of the 20th of October. She patrolled and furnished anti-aircraft fire to protect the transports until the 24th of October, then as the battle for Leyte Gulf raged, sailed for Humboldt Bay to guard the retirement of LSDs. She returned to Leyte the 14th of November with a convoy of reinforcements, and sailed the same day for Manus, Majuro, Pearl Harbor, and a West Coast overhaul. 1945 Erben was back in action the 15th of March 1945 when she rendezvoused one day out of Ulithi with the fast carrier task force for airstrikes on Kyushu and Okinawa. During 2 of these, on 26 and the 30th of March, she rescued a total of 4 downed aviators. The pounding of Okinawa reached its height for the invasion landings of the 1st of April, and Erben continued to screen the carriers as they operated off the island through the next 2 months. She fired with success to drive off kamikazes, rescued survivors of damaged ships, bombarded shore targets, and saved many downed aviators. On 3 and 23 May, she rescued the same three-man plane crew from Randall. Through June 1945, Erben was in Leyte Gulf for repairs to her sonar equipment and exercises, and on 1 July sailed to screen airstrikes and join in bombardments on Japan, patrolling in advance of the main body to ensure that planes returning from strikes were not leading Japanese aircraft to the carriers. On 9 August, during the bombardment of steelworks at Kamaishi, she sank 2 enemy luggers by gunfire. She continued to cruise off Japan with the carrier until 15 September, when she entered Tokyo Bay to replenish. On 1 October, she sailed to take on passengers at Okinawa, with whom she arrived at Long Beach 21 October 1945. She was decommissioned and placed in reserve 31 May 1946. Korean War. With the expansion of the fleet in the Korean War, Erben was recommissioned 19 May 1951, and sailed from Long Beach, her home port, 27 August for Yokosuka. At once she joined the destroyer screen protecting carriers of Task Force 77 from submarine attack. In late September and October, she bombarded shore targets in the Songjin-Chongjin area, disrupting enemy communications and supply routes, and on 9 October, rescuing a North Korean fleeing the Communists in a small boat. After joining in anti-submarine warfare exercises off Okinawa, she returned to screening duty, rescuing a downed pilot 2 December. She accompanied Manchester in a bombardment on Korea's west coast, then sailed to the east coast to provide close fire support for the fighting men ashore. She returned to San Diego 21 March 1952 for overhaul, and on 1 November sailed again for duty off Korea. In addition to carrying out duties similar to those of her first Korean War tour, Erben visited Taiwan and Hong Kong, and operated with ships of the Royal Navy. She returned to San Diego 1 June 1953, and during the remaining 5 years of her active service made 4 more cruises to the Far East, serving on the Taiwan Patrol and operating with the carriers of the 7th Fleet. On 8 June 1957 she went underway for the Far East. On 14 June she arrived in Pearl Harbor and remained there until 16 June 1957, where she had some repairs done. On 23 June 1957 she arrived at Midway Island, and from 29 June to 6 July she was ported in Yokosuka, Japan. On 6 July she arrived in Yokohama, Japan, and remained there until 8 July. The 13th of July was spent in Naha, Okinawa, and on the 17th of July, Kaohsiung, Taiwan. From 26 to the 28th of July, she anchored again in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and on the 1st of August 1957 harbored in Yokosuka, Japan. She was again decommissioned and placed in reserve the 27th of June 1958. South Korean Navy. Erben was transferred to South Korea the 16th of May 1963, where she was renamed ROKS Chungmu. In 1979, the Republic of Korea Navy changed her hull number to 911. Since 1983, she served as a stationary training vessel. The ex-Erben is reported to have been broken up. Awards. Erben received 6 battle stars for her World War II service, and 4 for Korea.